everyone. Yeah, this video is probably going to feature my face a lot. So firstly, my apologies. Um, so as you can see from the video, and in relation to today, that was yesterday. Had a bit of a car crash. Um, Traffic stopped in front of me. I stopped in line with that traffic, and the guy behind me probably wasn't paying as much attention as he should have been. Um, so these things happen, but so yesterday I went to the minor injuries unit. Um, Basically, other than having impressive stomach muscles, apparently, um, I got soft tissue damage. Is basically what they think it was. Give it 48 hours, and basically keep an eye on my kidneys and make sure there's no blood in my urine, which is probably it's one of those weird things you think, okay, I didn't think about that. So this morning, so this is obviously the day after the crash. We'll call this day one for the sake of the video. Um, got up slightly later than normal, so about 5 a.m. and go downstairs. I've got the dog outside, all the rest of it. I'm about to take the dog, out for a walk, and my back goes, which was quite painful. I had knee problems as it was, and now I've got all these other problems I need to try and get over before I'm the bionic, invincible human being that I normally am. So, yeah, this video is probably just a whole bunch of clips on the road to recovery, to be honest. Not quite sure what sort of video this will turn out to be. We'll do it over a few weeks. And see what we get. So, in terms of also yesterday, I had to take the day off work. Had a sort of, I don't know whether you call it concentration or memory issues or awareness issues or whatever else. I decided to take the dog over the meadow over the back, just so he could run off some energy. And had a gentle walk around the meadow, and then I bent down to put the dog back on lead, and realised I hadn't taken him off, which is concerning. And then this morning I've took him out for a walk, and a just gentle walk again. I get home, and I can't quite remember how. Almost like the middle of the walk, I just don't remember what we did. I mean, luckily he's a very well behaved dog, so that's not really a problem. But say just a bit concerning at the moment.
So, I feel on the path to recovery, it's important to try and continue doing the physical activities you're used to doing, so you would normally do, that you can cope with. So, I walk the dog several times a day. So, providing it's a relatively gentle walk, I'll continue and get out fresh air, and it basically frees up a bit of stiffness as well. So I continue to do that. So like throughout my knee injury, I found that I was able to walk, but cycling might be slightly difficult. So the cycling bit is something I need to build up. But if I keep walking, then at least that's a level of physical activity.
So day two, I've just taken the dog for a walk. So yesterday I started to feel really drained towards the end of the day. My words were really slurry and stuff like that. But I had to work, so one of those things, isn't it? Still in quite a bit of pain, so I'm going through the day with these Coupofen tablets. They're pretty good, to be fair, less waste. I'm now going to go and try and do some stretching exercises, just some simple stretching exercises. Basically the stretches that are on a GMBM video. It's quite old, so what I'll do is I'll pop that in the description if anybody's interested. But we'll see if we can do that. then I basically try and get ready for my COVID vaccine this morning. So yeah, let's see how I feel. So with the stretching over, time to try and get on with my day. So have a shower, and yeah, breakfast and go have COVID vaccination. Um, did stretching help? I wasn't very graceful between the movements. Let's put it that way. So a bit clunky today. I'm not sure it actually helped in its only instance, but this stretching's been it's proven to me before that it works over time, so that's good. We'll have a bit of a shower, hopefully loosen out a bit, and yeah, move on from there.
So still in day 2. This is probably the last point or bit of video I'll do for day 2. Just walking the dog, trying to keep that exercise moving. Yeah, I did some stretching this morning. It was felt a bit better afterwards, but I'm on painkillers as well, so I'm just sort of linking painkillers towards the end of the painkiller starts wearing off. It does so take some more. Had my COVID jab today, which I had in the arm that hurts already, so it wouldn't affect the good arm, I suppose. Probably quite sensible. There's some logic in there anyway. I feel alright actually. I had the Pfizer vaccine, and I feel fine, to be honest, after it. Well, I feel the same as I did before. Yeah, but I've done quite a bit of work since at home. I just feel a bit mentally drained now. Car insurance company phoned me, trying to determine liability. I was like, didn't you get the dash cam footage? Oh no, we've not looked at the email yet. Well, look at the dash cam footage and you'll know. But to be fair, the insurance company's been relatively good. But I just want the car fixed. Asking me if I wanted to make any claims or anything. For what? I'm not being funny, but this is day 2. I don't know what's temporary and what's permanent. So, need to figure that out. But, I suppose the claim culture and everything else, people are too quick to claim. I want to, I want to determine what's real, what's long term, what am I going to have to live with, and actually what's short term. I struggle after a few days, don't really care. I'm going to claim for a bit of an injury, that's only taken 2 days to get over, and unless there's some proper losses. But conversely, if there's anything that's long term and they're looking after long term, well, you know what? Then yeah, that's what compensation's for, isn't it? To get you back to a position where you were. But it might be useful for physio if I need physio after the stretching's not working and that. So we'll see. Anyway, yeah. So I'll talk to you again day 3. So just a quick update. Day 3, or Saturday. Yeah, I think it's day 3. I don't think I feel any worse than yesterday, but I don't think I feel any better either. So I've driven down to Portsmouth today and driven back. I've driven out to the co-op. I'm about to drive back home. Driving I'm fine. Walked the dog a couple of times, all the rest of it. But the wife was saying that and the wife's only just come back, but she was saying I was nodding my head round earlier. And I sort of realised I was. It's weird. Anyway, yeah. But then when I put my head straight, I noticed my vision was moving. So maybe I'm moving my head slightly just to compensate for the vision twitch. I don't know. But yeah, not much more to report today, really. So, day 5, or the Monday after the accident. Yesterday I didn't do an update, but I did put together my turbo trainer, and I did a turbo training session as well as a normal walk in the dog. So my physical activity is going up. On the turbo trainer I did 17 miles in 45 minutes, which is about an average speed of 22 miles an hour, which basically consisted of doing 10 minutes of warm up at about 15 mile an hour and then hovering around 25 mile an hour. To be honest, I couldn't go much faster, gearing for a start, but also my knee was pretty much reaching that was pretty much the limit of my knee. And obviously I didn't want to be bobbing around too much because of my back. This morning I've woken up and my back it still hurts and everything, but it doesn't hurt as much as it did yesterday morning or the morning before. So there's a general improvement there. I'm noticing I'm probably losing my voice today as well. We'll see. Got quite a difficult day ahead, so just need to get mentally prepared for that. In terms of mental function, I'm choosing mostly the right words now. My memory is a bit better, so yeah, that seems to be getting better as well. I was going to say, I had some weird dreams recently. Last night I dreamt, my great grandmother was in my dreams, which is weird because she died about 33 years ago. I was only about 5 at the time, 34 years ago, something like that. So that was weird and unexpected. But yeah, seem to be on the mend. Day 6, so probably a quick update. Yesterday I continued to try with the turbo trainer, and I ended up doing 15 and a bit miles rather than the 17 I did the day before. The knee started to really play up, so it was probably better to stop. I've actually booked myself in for a physio appointment today, so get a level of analysis of its initial appointment, so analysis of what's wrong with Richard and see what we can do to fix it. Also noticed starting to get black spotting in my eye, so I've booked an optical appointment as well for next week, as soon as they could do it, basically. So yeah, hopefully that doesn't mean that I'm going blind due to a rear shunt car accident, but yeah, let's see what they come back with. It's day 7, so it's been a week since the car accident. Went to see a physiotherapist yesterday, and I've got WAD, which is a whiplash association disorder. I'm a very high 2 to a low 3 in terms of category. So yeah, the categories of WAD go from 1 to 4. To get to 4, you need to have broken something, fractured something, which luckily I haven't. But yeah, I've been given some exercises to go through, and I've combined that with my normal stretching. So I do these exercises 3 times a day. Being pissed about by the insurance company, so the insurance company all started off really well, and they were basically saying, yeah, it's obviously not your fault, it's the guy that hit you, he's with the same insurance company as you, so you don't have to pay excess, and there'd be no problems with the no claims bonus and everything else. Yesterday that changed, so now I'm liable for the excess because he's claiming the guy that hit him first and he was shunted into me, rather than he hit me and then the guy shunted him. I mean, you can tell from obviously the start of this video where who hit who first and all the rest of it. But it basically means that because liability hasn't been accepted, I'm now liable to have to pay for the excess, and I'm going to have to carry all these uninsured or the uninsurable loss for until I can claim that back. At which point there's the liability has been identified. So I spent quite a while arguing with the insurance company yesterday, and it's basically a case of, have you watched the video? Here's the video. Have you watched it? It's 40 seconds of footage if you count the front camera and the back camera. And obviously the 20 seconds that matter, the back camera, is at the beginning of this video. I mean, it's not even that long. Would save a hell of a lot of time and all the rest of it, but no, they're really pushing their client is not accepting liability because it's the fault of the other guys with a different insurance company. Obviously, look, I want to get this pushed and all identified and everything before the bill comes in for the excess of the car insurance. Now, I'm happy to work with the insurance company to a point, providing I'm not having to pay for this excess. But if it comes to it, I'll just give the footage to the other guy's the third guy's insurance company, the guy in the horse box. And that should pretty much
very, very quickly point the finger back at, well, hold on, no, it's the middle guy. He's the one who caused it. Yeah, because this is an intolerable situation, and yeah, I suppose we're all hurt, and their recollections will differ, and all the rest of it when giving reports. But you can't argue with video evidence, so just watch that. So yeah, that was the worst thing yesterday, having to argue with the insurance company, after all being told it was all sorted and liability being assigned. But the physio was great. So I want to try and get back to normal as soon as I can. So the appointment schedules reflect that. So I've got another appointment Friday, which would be day 9, and then once a week they're planned in and now. So sorry, we'll see how that goes. And yeah, so nothing left to report today. Let's hope for a better tomorrow. So day 9. I didn't do an update yesterday because I felt really rough. It was like a step back sort of thing. Probably not help from a domestic situation, but yeah, I felt really sore and in pain yesterday morning. I really couldn't shake it until later in the day. But later in the day I did more turbo training. Brought the dog a couple of times. So turbo training, I did slightly more than I normally do. That's because the day before I did slightly less. So yeah, got a physio appointment today. That's about it really, to be honest. Not much more to report. Day 10, sorry about the whistling noise, it's the cycle rack. So I'm just driving up to Birmingham to drop this car off at the garage. It's going to be in for a bit. It's got some fueling issues. Yeah, that's about a 67-mile journey up to Birmingham, and I'm cycling back. Or I'm going to attempt to cycle as far back as I possibly can. Obviously mainly road cycling, but I'll be on the Ragley Bigwig. I've blown the tyres up to 55 psi, just to make it all a bit easy on the tarmac. So obviously I can take it as a crow flies route on the bike. So it works at about 55 miles apparently. I need the cardio, so we'll see how it goes. It might go well, it might go horribly wrong, but if I can just get to Winchcombe, so pretty much the start of the Cotswolds, and then get the wife to pick me up, I think we'll call it a win. Let's see how it goes. So I've had to make the call of shame after 37.7 miles. Just pulled the bike apart so we can fit in the wife's car. My knee's completely gone. But you know what? This road cycling ain't as hard as everybody makes out. I've got big fat tyres on a not very light bike, 37.7 miles, and I was injured before I started. So yeah, I thought it was probably good going. Shame I couldn't get all the way, but yeah, knee just wasn't going to have it. Day 12, I think. Yeah, I didn't do don't think I did an entry yesterday. So how's it going? Still doing the physio. Still trying to do what physical activity I can. Knee was completely knackered up on Saturday and Sunday and today. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, not much to add really. That's where we're at. Day 15. I've been a bit slack on the whole keeping up with the days, I suppose. And this largely concludes part 1 of this recovery series. Largely day after day, it's relatively the same thing. In terms of physio, I seem to be making great progress. We're going to start my knee next week as well, which is going to be good. Because my knee gave out a few days ago, last Saturday. So today's Thursday. So previous Saturday, knee gave out whilst I was trying to cycle home from Birmingham. So yeah, video on that coming soon. The physio's going well. changed exercises now. So yeah, I will do a catch-up video on all these exercises at some point. But this is just to basically stretch the back a bit more. Yesterday's physio appointment I'm a bit sore from. That's all that manipulation, isn't it? Had an optician's appointment yesterday. So the lenses in my eyes are the same as they've been for the last 6 years. So exactly the same prescription, no change. They couldn't see anything wrong with my retina, but what they want to do in a few weeks' time is dilate my pupils and have a better look, because I can't explain this black spotting I'm getting in my eye. So hopefully we'll get some answers on that in the next few weeks. Other than that, yeah, keeping up with the turbo training where I can, keeping up with the dog walking. We want to try and get back to doing real off-road type cycling soon. So hey, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, as this is the final clip of this part 1, thanks for watching.